welcome to another Cartographica quick tour from version 1.2. In this screencast, we'll be talking about map layout and design. So on screen there are 3-point level data added, which are fire stations, police stations, and hospitals. Green polygon layer is parks, and then we have streets all added on top of a Washington base map. So what we're going to do is just create a simple map layout in Cartographica, and then I'm going to show you all the steps in that process. So the first step always for creating a map layout is to first save your map. So click on File and Save As. Some name, I've named it Quick Tours 1.2. Saved it to the desktop. Click Save. Just so we have the map saved, so we can import it into our map layout window. Once you have it saved, click on New Map Layout. And then we're going to click on the second button here on the top, and we're going to drag out our map window. And now you can see that the map we have created in Cartographica is now added to our map layout window. It's fit perfectly to this box right now, and it will adjust its size as we change the size of the main window there. The next step, let's add a scale bar. Just click and drag out the scale bar. You can see it's at 5.048 miles, sort of an odd number. If we wanted to set the scale bar size to a standard number, we can double click on it. Let's set it in miles. We can set it in anything. You can see we have meters, kilometers, anything we want to set it to. Let's set it to miles, and then click on the Fix Size and Scale Units button, and then just click on whatever size you want it to be. So 4, for example, and then just click OK. And now you can see we have a scale bar that's exactly 4 miles long. We can bring that down to the bottom. Next, let's add our north arrow. Click on the north arrow up there at the top in the toolbar. Click and drag it out. Now you can see we have a north arrow. Another nice thing is that you can double click the north arrow. You can change the angle to where it's doing pointing exactly the opposite, 180. And we can relabel it. We could label it south, so we have a south arrow instead of just a north arrow. Click OK. Finally, we can add a legend. Just click and drag out a box, and there will be our legend. All of the layers from the layer stack are now added, and you can see if we make our legend too small, we get this little yellow triangle indicating that something is missing from our legend because our legend box is too small. So if you get that, just know that's what it's telling you. Finally, we can add text. It's the T up here at the top. Just click out and drag out a box, and let's type in some text here indicating what we're looking at. We're looking at Washington, D.C. A nice thing you can do with the text box is click on the font button up here at the top. The font window will show up. We can highlight our text here, and then we can adjust it as we see fit. So if we want to change our text to Arial, bold, let's make it a little bit larger. Washington, D.C. We can close the font box. Let's make it, we can fit the box around our text. That looks pretty good. Drag it up here to the top. This is a good title. We can make our map window a bit bigger. And a final thing I want to show you about the map layout and design is that if we control click right now, we get this window. And you can see we have an insert map, which we don't want to do right now, but we could. We would just add the same map again. If we had additional maps added, we could. We have insert text, all the tools we've just gone over right here. But also we have a zoom in, zoom out, and a zoom page to fit window. These are actually zoom in on the actual page we're working on. So let me show you. I'll click on zoom in page, and you can see we're actually zooming in on the actual map layout window. Let's do a zoom page to window again. Okay, now if we highlight the main map window and control click, and now we get this window. We get the option to choose which layers are added to the map. So let's say, for example, we want to remove the parks layer. We can remove it, and now it won't be included in our final output, but we do want it, so let's click parks. And also within the control click while the map's highlighted, we have a zoom map in. So if we want to zoom in on our map, we can do that. And then we can also use the drag zoom to kind of get a good position on where we want to zoom in. We can also use our pan tool to move around within this window. And then finally we can control click again and do a zoom map to fit. And notice that our scale bar adjusted to our our scale that we were looking at as we got to a larger scale there. So make our scale bar bigger to fit that 4 miles in, and there we go. That's our final map output. It looks pretty good. And that's map layout and design in Cartographica version 1.2. Thank you for listening.